Welcome back. Thank you for being here. We're going to jump into our next zodiac sign reading for the late night readings. Let's see who we can do next. Ooh. So I guess we'll do Aries. Aries. Nice. Teams of love and light. You could be needing to find your way, especially if you're worried about money. You could be moving away from sorrow or sad emotions. There's something about working together with new people maybe, or collaborators. Tell me more. You could have had people working against you, or a period of frustration in your romantic life perhaps. There's something that you need to mature through, or you are maturing through. This could be to do with friends and wealth. Okay, I'm going to pull a past life, Aries. Oh, forgot these cards here. Part of it. Okay. Nice team. What's the most valuable, important message for Aries at this present moment? Aries placements and people. We have wisdom. Very interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and see. A little unicorn energy. Alrighty, it says wisdom. This card indicates you have tremendous wisdom and knowledge from prior lifetimes that seek to resurface now. Even if you've never thought of yourself as particularly wise, the card indicates that you learned important lessons and information that will serve you and others if it's reawakened now. This card can indicate it's time for you to return to school or seek additional education of some sort. So maybe there's a level of mastery or a level up. This could be about boundaries, especially with Saturn, which will be returning to Aries in 2026, confirmation on that. This may even be a sign that you're changing your career path, right? Saturn rules Capricorn, or career, our public purpose in life, our long-term goals and paths. What do you want to build? Your re-emerging knowledge is guiding you towards work that is meaningful. This card asks you to believe in yourself and know that you have what it takes to tackle a career related to your true interests and passions. This could be something from a new sense of self-worth, and this could be something that you want to solidify or really bring more recognition or respect or long-term structure around, perhaps. But we're going to continue. Feeling called to pull one of these beautiful spiritual cards. I don't use them too often. Anyways, Aries, the courageous peony. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I feel like Aries is very courageous, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Okay. Flowers don't open or bloom, or close. According to who walks by, they embrace all of what they are and show it to the world around them. The peony doesn't try to compete with the cherry blossom. The cherry blossom doesn't try to compete with the tulip. So they all have their own unique destinies, their own unique gifts and abundance. They own what they are and trust the timing of their true nature. So it's maybe you need to get really aligned with your spirit team. You're being called to do the same. So maybe pray to Angel Michael or guardians and guides to give you understandings or make your days magical. It's time to open yourself up to being seen. Time to share the incredible, multifaceted true nature of the world to the world around you, to uncover and reveal your soul's greatest gifts without wavering. Maybe you need to ask your spirit team what those are, to own your uniqueness without apology. So this could be about going your own way. There's a flower on this planet that holds the same qualities your soul readies itself to express. Let it inform you. May have been taught it's safer to keep your light hidden or your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The courageous peony is here to remind you that it's safe to embody all of who you truly are. It's safe to share your voice and let yourself be seen. I mean, with Saturn going into Aries, it's really about refining and mastering Aries energy, right? So that could be a big focus. Level up. At first, it may feel uncomfortable and you may be afraid of what others think, but with each passing day, it does become easier. Little by little, you realize it draws in those who are meant for you, and experiences you've been longing for arrive at your feet. So Saturn loves boundaries. Capricorn rewards that, actually. Capricorn will keep you a chain slave if you don't have boundaries. It's the devil card, right? So it's if you actually have mastery, though, suddenly the devil works for you kind of energy, right? You're the one calling the shots. You're the one establishing the law. You're the one who knows your worth, and you'll not accept any other frequencies, manifestations that are not in line with the structures that you have set for your reality, right? So it's really a master builder archetype. Capricorn also rules construction, literally the construction industry. It's on the same axis as Cancer, which rules real estate, right? So there is something here about the structures and the bones and things like that. But anyways, don't take it if it doesn't apply. It also rules the government, rules the military. Okay, let's continue, Aries. So there could be something about discipline here as well. Yeah, there could be something that you're feeling unsuccessful about, Aries, or maybe you're looking to change things around. This could be regarding love. Maybe you feel there's something about a core sense of self-love as well. You could be needing to let go of a certain commitment or belief system as well. Maybe you want things to go a certain way, but I feel the more that you let go and go with the flow, especially regarding money, there could be something opportunistic, kind of it's more about the frequency. Money is all about frequency, right? And then kind of things line up with that. It's a radio station you tune into, and then suddenly somebody knows somebody who knows somebody who, I don't know, or maybe you just jump into the right opportunity. There could be something about alchemizing emotions as well, going through changes with the death card here, like really establishing a better sense of peace out of any kind of personal sorrow or frustrations, turning the lead into gold kind of energy. Being flexible, you can see the cattails in this actually. This is a Sagittarius card, but you can see it's an angel. And the other cards, it's kind of like Angel Michael, right? He removes anything toxic from our lives. Aquarius energy could also be relevant. Yeah, they don't want you to repeat things in your head. Eight of Swords in the reverse. This could be what was holding you back, a sense of denial or a blame, or Eight of Swords can mean you're failing to remove the bondage that could be impacting your money, specifically with the Five of Pentacles here. This could be something about your investments as well. Where are you putting your energy and time? Is it worth it? Are you investing in the wrong people or places? Is something distracting you? Are you able to focus on your endeavors? Are you journaling? Are you talking to your spirit team about, maybe entrepreneurial ventures or ideas, or ideas just for your career and your growth in general, whatever you're doing? Her bitch better have my money. So yeah, Seven of Swords in the reverse. You could be seeing through something or seeing through some kind of deception, illusions, but we're going to get into some of these. Aries, what's your most important valuable message from Angel Michael for the highest timeline? Good Lord. Solitude sideways. So maybe if you were in a release ritual, there is something here like you might need to choose love in the reverse. This is not about, I think this is about choosing self-love. You can't have love for anybody or anything else until you have it for yourself, because reality mimics your own frequency. So if you have no self-love, how do you expect others to love you? They won't, because you're emanating a frequency of sorry, somebody wants me to shut up. So it's like the more that you can reiterate and talk to yourself about how lovable you are and how beautiful you are and how much God loves you, and talk to God and literally pray and say, like, show me how much you love me. And that's the prayer. And say, show me how much you love me today. And wait and see what plays out in your life. Suddenly, maybe you bump into the right person, or somebody gives you a free item, or God leads you towards certain opportunities that show you, and then at the end of the day, you're grateful for it. So continue to talk to your spirit team, because there's something about holding on to energies maybe that doesn't serve you, and whatever energy holds on to takes form in your life, right? Whatever you focus on, the energy manifests. You might have noticed there's like manifestations of ideas or things you thought about like 5 years ago, whatever, that are coming only through now. It's just like, it's like a ripple effect, right? At first you don't notice it because it kind of looks like a little tiny ripple, but your thoughts spread out far and wide, and they connect with collective consciousness, right? So that's why you can like collectively, if you can control the media, you can control the minds, you can manifest anything you want. But anyways, Aries, maybe we'll read release ritual for you guys. 43 could be relevant. Find your clean slate. Use the elements to reset. Release resentment, unhealthy habits, harmful attachments. So release them, clean your house out, journal, get rid of anything attached with wrong energy, close your eyes, and say that you're entering a new timeline when you open your eyes, and believe it, right? So connect with God. This card means it's time to ground back into the present, set intentions, and write down what you wish to release, and send it away by water, burial, or burning. We do have the Taurus full moon, super moon on the 4th or 5th, so great time to do that. This could be about 2 specific things with page 99 there. Could be so that you can come into greater self-empowerment. Anything else for Aries? Highest teams of light. Embodiment. Yeah, maybe there's something about coming more into your power. You can see there's like an older woman there, so there's something about maybe embracing the change, embracing the vibe. Actually, there's so many beautiful, wonderful benefits to getting older, I think. And Saturn really represents older age, right? It represents the elders. It doesn't like the youth. Saturn hates the youth. It devours the youth. But age is actually so beautiful. You have such a refining process, and you become so wise, so wealthy with the wisdom of life and with the time that you've been able to sow the seeds, right? So that opened right to a claim. So now unsown from the flesh, a most alluring lullaby stills my pain as the skies bleed for the heart and the embodiment I am to claim. So maybe you're doing some deep, like psychological, like emotional kind of healing. This could be something about patterns from like childhood, even with your mother specifically, or your family. Being authentic means you get to shape yourself in the image of your choosing, and is about having ambitions and goals. If you want to lose weight, that's your right. If you relish being large and in charge, that's also fine. It doesn't matter what you love. Designer clothes, nights on the town, country life is more your speed. All that matters is how you are and what you do makes you happy, and it's something you've chosen for yourself. So does the frequency match who you are? That's a great way to test, like, items or food or whatever, choices, decisions. Does your heart say yes, go for it, or is there like some kind of trepidation? Embodiment invites you to explore the most ideal version of yourself. Be honest, maybe script, like, who are you? Who would you be at the highest timeline, and write that down. Be honest with what makes you happy. Think about what you might look like, how you might carry yourself and speak. Think about things you do and the people you'd spend your time with, because anytime you do those things, you quantum entangle yourself with that frequency and that reality, right? The most ideal place for you to live, and the kind of job that inspires and motivates you. Embody the image, become the person, choose this for your life. choose this for yourself. But also, I was just thinking about the quote, life imitates art, right? Ultimately pulling this card because everything is just creation of an idea. Even God, even God created the universe. I mean, like everything around you. Ultimately pulling this card is a sign there are some things you'd like to change about your life, and this is confirmation you should absolutely go for it. Don't be afraid to envision yourself in a different place from where you are now, and don't apologize for wanting more. Your dreams are yours to claim. So we have sacrifice. So it could be like the law of equivalent exchange, right? Like if you want a certain timeline, if you want a higher frequency timeline or more wealth or peace or abundance, you have to sacrifice the things that are impeding it. Or the wrong frequencies, you have to, a law of equivalent exchange, right? Because once there's a void, now the universe can fill the void, but it can't if there's something already in your house. If your house is dirty, you can't, if you're a hoarder, you can't, you're not going to have good shit. When you clean your house, when you get rid of shit, when you make it all clean and sparse and nice, suddenly you get new ideas. Suddenly you have new people, new opportunities in your life that show up. So let's jump into juicy messages. Aries. Somebody here could be crocheting, side note. Or maybe creativity could be important. Like, what are you weaving in your own life? Why am I seeing Jack Sparrow? I got a jar of dirt. Maybe there's something about reclaiming your heart space. Like your happiness, your joy, what brings you happiness, what makes you feel self-love. Anything else for Aries? Ask your spirit team if you don't know. Ask them to show you what your next best action is, or what will help you align with the highest timeline. And usually that's not beating yourself up. It's usually enjoying yourself. Alrighty, so I've got the one on the ground. It says bringing manifestation/ideas down from the energetic realm by embodying. So you have embodiment here. You have the little mushrooms I just noticed. I'm seeing a lot of those in as a sign right now. These little red with the little white. Anyways, it says stand your ground. If you stand for nothing, you fall for everything, right? Because you don't have structures on what you want in your reality. Never be open or allow jealous people in your life. Protection and discernment, right? Jealous people will project and do weird shit. They're bad at sex. So this could be somebody that's not even worth it, honestly. Universe matches worry with worry. Interesting. So if you feel empowered, suddenly the universe aligns with that. If you feel like the universe is abundant, the universe aligns with that. They want you excited because they want you. Do you want them? You're not on board. I'm seeing sriracha. Somebody might eat sriracha or eating sriracha on something. You're not on board. Still trying to set you up. They aren't recognizing the role you're playing. Defy their spells. So they could be doing literally spell work against your. So just make sure you're really in control. That's why it's so important. Boundaries. Everything is electric charge. So continue to inhale golden white light. Exhale that into your auric field, or ask Angel Michael to remove any kind of energies that are not aligned with the highest timeline. To remove anything that is energetic cords, right? People plugging into your energy to reclaim, retake your energy and control back. Let go of what doesn't serve a purpose. They take you for granted. And it says they do the opposite of what people want just to spite them. Stubborn. This is very mature energy, right? Very insecure, very negative. You have the skills and talents to get it done. And it says never listen to naysayers projecting their shit onto you, how they see reality, right? So allow yourself to receive. So you need to get in that receiving mode where you're just happy and know that the universe is already receiving. You're already receiving a lot. So just by living every day. Spiritual badass. It says energy blockage release. Exactly. There is something here about releasing. That's so freaking important. You have no idea how. Some people. This is a great. I've seen people who hold on to. Sometimes people get hurt. Those people that you meet and they just repeat the trauma. They continuously tell you about the trauma over and over and over and over and over. And those people, you ever notice their lives are absolute shit, versus the people that they don't tell you their trauma. They might have gone through, like, I'm not saying don't talk about your trauma. I'm just saying if you're the type of person that doesn't know when to release an energy, it's been 40 years and you're still upset about your ex. You know what I mean? Your ex, like, leaving you for a different woman. Like, yes, maybe you became a single mom, not trying to shit talk anybody, but it's like it's hurting you now. Don't you see how they're still benefiting from your pain when you hold on to that resentment? They have ruined you successfully. They have ruined your manifestations. They have ruined your power. When you release the energy, when you realize that you deserve better in a higher timeline, and a different frequency, suddenly it has no more impact on you. So, and that's true connection. That's learning how to channel your anger, frustration into powerful manifestations, right? I don't know. I'm just saying. Of course, maybe it's easier said than done. Do what you need to do, but it's so important. It's so important because you can't have anything at a different frequency when you're still playing, the radio of something that's not working. No guts, no glory. We have always break up with people who make you wait on purpose. Yeah, that's really negative, sadistic. I mean, life's short. You know what I mean? Manifesting like the right things align. If they don't, they're not the right things. They're not the right timeline. Manifesting magic and reality, we have discretion. Yeah, there's something about maybe keeping things private or being very selective. Demons working through them. So this could be somebody that's like a test, or everything you think, say, or do becomes your reality, and that's why it's so important to what you say. What are your affirmations? What are you praying about? Your light repels darkness, so ask your spirit to keep you aligned. Do whatever it takes to keep me aligned to my highest timeline. Amen. And see what happens in your day. Focus on what gives you a positive energy. Hungry entities. So only give your energy to what is giving to you, which would be like high frequency empowerment, right? Don't give energy to anything that's feeding on you. Getting on a better timeline, clearing debris, breaking mold, choosing not to attach to old thoughts, inviting new thoughts. Yeah, like like every second you're an entirely new being. I think they say every 7 years your cells regenerate, but every second you're alive is like a new moment. Transits change all the time. Negative intentions towards you, interrupt them. Bitch slapping the devil. So maybe you need to literally slap them out of your energy. Like imagine you mentally bitch slapping this person out of your energy, closing the door, slamming the door shut, whatever. Treating you like their ex. So this could be somebody who's just lost in the same energy of their ex. This could be somebody who didn't release their own connections to their past. And you can see how it's kind of like when people bring that baggage and they don't release certain chords, it can really repeat. Find people who make you feel safe. It says slow, consistent, not fast, / flash in the pan. Saturn hates speed. Saturn loves slow. Saturn rewards you saying no. Saturn rewards you going slow. It even rewards you not doing shit. No offense. Sometimes I meet like Capricorn people, and they're always like, and it's the ones that are, no offense, like not happy with their lives. I don't know why I happen to meet those ones. Maybe I just haven't met super successful people, but I know Saturn is really rough, especially before the first Saturn return. But maybe hopefully they have some Sagittarius placements. But yeah, Saturn can really just reaffirm or keep reaffirming negativity into the reality. Um, but what I was trying to say is like sometimes people with Saturn or Capricorn placements, they think that if they work super hard, they're going to achieve everything. And it's like you're wasting your energy because you're operating out of fear. Whereas if you operate in the way of everything's already being provided and has been provided and will be provided, suddenly you are in charge of the universe and physics, and you're not operating under somebody else's rules or whatever. So I don't know, just saying. So they constricted your energy. They project fear, chains. So that can be Saturnians. I've known Capricornians to do that for sure if they're low vibe. Um, that's why you need high vibrational people. Because sometimes they're so in their own low vibe, they try to bring people in the same confines they operate themselves in. They're like, sometimes you meet like self-righteous type energy, and it's like you're not even happy, and you're telling me what to do. Like what? Give it more time. Yeah, Saturn rules time, it rules death, it rules. So take your time. You can't rush a seed. Saturn rules farming. Do you think a farmer is out there like, yeah, he has to plant the seeds and everything, but he's not gonna like scream at the seed to grow? Like the fuck. Some people are used to complaining about the smallest of things, wanted to confuse you. So maybe this person just talks a lot and they like try to confuse people with their words. Ugh, that's gnarly. I hate people that don't talk positively or anything. They're late. So somebody here is just not even on time in the first place, which means it's the wrong alignment. It's not the right manifestation. It's not the right frequency or person. They were trying to get info in order to attack you. So this means there's somebody jealous. Give them false info. Monitoring spirit, delay. Decoy wants access, wants to see what info they can get, planning something for you. I heard a murder, so you take it as you see fit. Constantly looking for dirt to blackmail you with / against you. So this person could literally put you in a dangerous situation with that. Trying to disrupt your mind, trust your instincts. So your instincts are not going to lie to you, right? God is a whisper. The devil shouts over and over and over. That's why you need to get rid of him out of your energy. You are loved. Never beg for it. Exactly. Because you already are loved by the universe. Everything aligns when you believe it. So, and we have heed your guides. Yeah, especially if they're telling you to drop something or a commitment. Could be a Taurus, doesn't have to be, or just somebody who's maybe like disrespected you, I want to say. Could have just been the wrong energy, honestly. But let's close out with one of these. Aries, daisies, interesting. There was a whisper of a glimpse of opportunities to fill your life with joy. So the more that you can kind of focus on that, the more it multiplies. Because whatever you focus your energy on multiplies. So if you focus on happiness and joy and wealth, what do you think you're going to get? Day after day, it's going to grow, it's going to build. You're going to have blossoming abundance and power and empowerment, and you're not going to even remember any of this shit. So, let's get you Lenormand, Aries. Last messages. anchor. This could be about grounding your energy and what's actually important, especially with the Two of Pentacles here. This is about really focusing on what's important in your life. Aries, last messages. There's a new beginning for you. This could be like a new sense of being, a new understanding of yourself as well. You could be healing a lot of wounds or psyche thing. Anything else for Aries? There could have been a masculine, maybe somebody, maybe a Capricorn, doesn't have to be, or a Taurus, maybe a Leo. Could have been stealing your energy, side note, or stealing your time, or stealing your effort, or something, or just wasting your time. I don't know. Life is short. At the end of your life, what are you going to look back on? Are you going to be proud of the time you spent? That's the question. That's why Saturn also rules karma, right? They say sometimes you pay karma, especially Saturnian nakshatras. If they are the type to do a lot of bad shit early in life, you pay for it in later life. No offense. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit like, subscribe. I mean, if it's all about farming, right? It's all about the seeds you sow. The energy you put out is the energy you receive. So please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal if you could buy me a coffee link or leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.